picture came from Mariola Budek, and that came from the 24 coloring pages set of art, and that's available on her Etsy site. I've already done the lips and eyes just very quickly because we just concentrate on the skin tone. I don't usually do lips and eyes first, but I just wanted to this time. I don't know. I used the Crimson Lake over here on her lips, and so I was trying to create Poet, but I wanted it a little bit more crimson than the pink in the Poet. I wanted really hot lips. So I didn't add in that much white. What I did was I put down the crimson, and then I just lightly took my white and I pulled the color from the edges into the middle to create the highlight. Very easy way to do lips. So altogether, this is my skin tone palette. And for the dupes, and you're going to get out all these colors, and we'll start with Crimson Lake, Sienna Brown, Nectar, Dark Brown, Burnt Ochre, Peachy Beige, Salmon Pink, Pink Rose, Pumpkin Orange, and White. So we're going to start off with the lightest color, and the lightest combination is going to be Smooth, and that is the Nectar and the Peach Beige. Out of the two, I'm going to start out with my lightest, which is going to be the Peach Beige. Okay, I blended the colors out with some white. Now I'm going to start trying to bring in some contouring colors. The next color that I'm going to bring in is going to be Ritual, and that's the more mocha brown. And for that, I can use Burnt Ochre, Sienna, and Dark Brown. Keep in mind that this is going to be a dark-skinned picture. She's going to be very tan. I thought she would look really good with the birds if I do the birds in the browns too. And I haven't decided on her hair. So for Ritual, I have Burnt Ochre, Dark Brown, and Sienna Brown. Out of the three of these, the lightest shade is the Burnt Ochre, and I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to go over the same areas, building up the color, and as I let that lighter color come into the middle. Now I left a lot of areas open to highlights. Okay. And I'm going to just add in this color and blend in the other two on top of it. Now, remember, you don't have to create a solid of each one of these colors. All these colors that are in this palette blend together with each other nicely. So, be artists first. Have a really healthy glow going on around the skin. Originally, I mixed Nectar and Peach Beige, and that created a very light undertone with a little bit of a yellowish in it, which I really liked. It gave it a nice tan. And now I brought in a redder combination. This combination is Smooth. This combination over here would be Poet. Aura is the white. Now we brought in Ritual. I have to remember this. Ritual, which would be these three colors, Burnt Ochre, Sienna, and Dark Brown. Now I'm going to go back to my original colors because I got the outside looking dark. I could bring these closer into the center of the face. So I'm going to be working next with these two colors. And that would be going back to Smooth. called Story. And that's Crimson Lake, Pumpkin Orange, and Salmon Pink. And it's a more redder. Now we're going away from the skin tone and adding in like the makeup. So out of the three of them, I'm not going to use the orange too much because really I don't want her to look like she has a fake tan. And I'm going to start out with the Salmon Peach. The Salmon Peach I'm going to put on the apples of her cheeks. And that's just to give her a little bit of a glow and a little bit of blush. On top of that, I'm going to add in a very light layer of the Crimson Lake. And I mean light. You just want to barely skim the surface because you want to be able to blend that really well without changing really the layers underneath. And notice where I'm holding the pencil way back. That's how you get your light layers. You move your hand back on the pencil. And even if you have to put 5 or 6 layers on, it's better than going hard because you don't want to make any hard lines at this point. And then I'm going to blend it up again. And for the blending, because I'm light blending, I'm going to cross hatch very lightly, and that helps move the color around. And now I'm going to go in with a very, very light layer of the pumpkin orange just to darken it up. And see how nice that looks like it's on the cheeks now? And I'm going to go over it, blending it very lightly with white just to get it smooth, no lines. This paper can go on for days, days and days and days. I absolutely love this paper. Now I'm going to put in some highlight on her upper eye area, the socket, just so that because the light is coming in and it's going right here too. Not too much. Then I'm going to go back to my beige and just darken up the undertone slightly where the white was. I don't want it that bright. I like that. It's just a healthy glow, not too much. I could just imagine what the real palette looks like. Probably beautiful. I was never much into makeup. I loved the colors of the palettes. And I had a lot of beauty guru friends, but never got, they tried to teach me about makeup and I learned a lot, but when it came to applying it to my own face, just was never into the feel. I'm just adding some more of the same colors that I have around just to enrich it. Right now I'm using Nectar. And I'm going to darken in. I'm using the dark brown. And I just want to darken in a little bit over here. Be very careful about using your darker colors at this point because you don't want to do too much blending. Very lightly. No lines. Nice smooth. Don't give her wrinkles at this point. She would not be happy. And you want to go in right underneath that hairline. Because right under there would be shadowed. Now, later on, I'll probably go in with some grays underneath to give it a real depth It make the bird stand up off her, you know, like it's really off her face. But for now, just doing it this way. You have to sort of be careful when you're using a yellow undertone and you're going in with gray. You can actually change the entire way the picture looks. Now, there are areas that need to be shaded on her face, like under her nose. This whole area over here is very underdeveloped. There's always a shadow right under her nose. And going in under here. And I'm doing this very, very lightly. And another shadow would be right under the lip. Once you put that shadow in, she'll really look like she had lip fillers. And then under her chin. Now her skin tone is going to really stick out now because there's nothing else on the paper. And I don't want to overdo it. I want to wait until I have the neck in and... Okay, over here would be darker. It's going to look a little bit funny until the hair is in. And after I do the hair, it'll look a little bit more natural because right here is being covered by her hair. So it's giving a pretty dark shadow on her skin. Again, not too dark, not yet. Drama is for later on. She reminds me of Tati. If you've seen a picture of Tati, bit of brown eyeliner. And they always put a white highlight, which I kind of think is over dramatic. That's just a personal opinion. But they put a white highlight in the corners of their eye. If you ever see Jeffree Star do his makeup, he's huge on that. And then up here they do a highlight. And that's usually with makeup. It's not really a natural type of thing, but we're doing makeup, so. And then going across the bridge of her nose. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the nectar and get some more of the shadows going on the nose. These are one layer fixes. Not really creating a new color, but creating the shadows and the contouring of the face. And of course there is the brow. And our brows are not that big. That's gonna, but that looks much better with a clean brow. Let's get a little bit of brow makeup on here. There's a lot of pretty makeup palettes coming out. This season. This is the time of year they will come out for Christmas. They say the It palette is going to be the Shane Dawson one. That's the one that people want to get. I'm getting it for my daughter for Christmas, but she doesn't know that. Well, she does now if she watches my video. which, believe me, they don't. My middle one did watch one video. I have to tell her when she appears in it when she's working out. Then she'll look. And I'm going to call it for now. Get this line a little bit darker. More defined. And let's get a little bit more peach beige in there. This is a beautiful palette. She did good. I saw some mixed reviews on it, but look how good it comes out in colored pencil. She has to know what she's doing. Of course she does. Okay, I don't want to overdo her, because once I get the rest of the hair on it, I'll come back to the face and clean it up. Better to underdo it than overdo it right now. All right, I'm going to call it, because if I keep going, I'm going to need to start the hair. It's going to be too much. So, I hope you like this palette, and I will see you next time. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell for all notifications. For another video just like this one, I recommend this. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Keep on coloring.